Today on Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing. Good hot, 81 degrees, sunny, sticky, hot and humid, late August, very late summer in the greater Roseville metropolitan area in the great state of Michigan, right? Like, subscribe, and share on our way to 600 subscribers for a one-of-a-kind company made probability-based trading alert, technical analysis, company philosophy, and we're going to start the day with an intriguing mystery on coin market cap. Bitcoin still number one, obviously. Ethereum, Cardano has moved its way up to number 3. Binance coin up to number 4. Tether. Pay attention to Tether. Every time they print, the coins pump. Every time they dump, the coins dump. And Tether has slowly been selling off the last 2 weeks, so we're going to pay attention to that. XRP's up to number 6. The fucking Doge coin's up to number 7. Polkadot, some bullshit's up to number 8. And as we work our way down, Litecoin continues to fall. Stellar moves up to number 20. Ethereum Classic surprisingly up to number 21. But no surprise after the pump. Algo is up to number 40, and we're going to Hydra H graph is charging its way up in an intriguing moves that have been made there. We'll keep an eye on CoinMarketCap. You can see the total volume in Bitcoin, circulating supply, 18 million, Ethereum, 117 million, Cardano, 32 billion, Binance. There's the Tether. If we look at the Tether, I mean, this correlates beautifully with what goes on in the Bitcoin and the manipulation from the criminal gangster cartel that have hijacked the U.S. and world economy and central banking system to beat down the average working man and woman and retail investor and keep them into a working slave mentality. Everything is manipulated against you by these people. And you can see when Tether pumps, Bitcoin pumps, right? Let's go back to the weekly. Tether doesn't even go back far enough on here. But if you see recently, December of 20, and then you were dumping, right? Tether dumped. It lost from, let's see, way back here in November 2019, Tether was down 24%, right? Tether starts pumping after this last dump in February of 21, and Tether slowly started pumping from its double bottom in January 21, and then by May of 21, Tether was up 19%, right? And Bitcoin pumped. Now Tether's pumping again in the weekly. Then Tether started dumping from its high in April of 2021, and it went down 14% until until about June 14th. It was down 15% from its high, almost 20%. And Bitcoin, the crypto market, crashed 40, 50, 60, 70%. Tether started pumping again because Tether's like the Federal Reserve. When the markets get shaky, Tether starts pumping, and then they pump extra Tether, and then they spread those Tethers out into the cryptos, and they buy Bitcoin with the Tether, just like the Federal Reserve prints money and buys bonds, buys treasuries, buys securities, buys stocks, right? They hand it out to CEOs to purchase their own stock back, to pump the price, keep the markets up. Tether starts printing after it bottomed in June 14th. Since then, Tether's up 8.5%. And if we go to Bitcoin since June 14th, this is very easy to follow. I'm shocked more people don't bring this to you. Go back to June 14th. June 14th to now. Bitcoin at current price is up 60%. Tether crashes. So let's go back here now. Remember where Tether crashed back in April? Tether was down 15-20%. Bitcoin was down 54%, right? Tether pumps 8%. Bitcoin's up 62%. So you just got to keep an eye on Tether. If they pump Tether, that's like the Federal Reserve pumping money into the stock market, into the bond market, into the into all the markets, right? They print money and they hand it out, and the markets go up. They stop, the markets crash. The banks crash. So just keep an eye on Tether. If you see in the next few weeks Tether start doing this, Bitcoin's going to crash, right? If Tether starts doing something like that. So keep an eye out on Tether. I'll keep you up to date on that. The Tether is like the Federal Reserve. When the Bitcoin market gets shaky, they start printing Tether. And if you ever see them start printing Tether, you know to start buying. If you see Tether selling off, you know to start selling, right? So if we look at the Bitcoin market today, you can see we're in the heart of our I'm going to be rich zone if we can just break out of this. But we know we're in a rising channel. And you see our top end potential is $50,662.31. We'll delete that malarkey out over there. But our underneath support is $46,661.73. And we know if we start hitting this and fall below it with volume, we're going into these moving averages, right, to start. But the targeted move after we break down out of this rising channel is the bottom of the channel, which is down there at $28,193. But along the way, you're going to be bouncing. It's not just going to be straight down. You're going to crash, and you're going to pump, and you're going to crash. So along your way down with our industry exclusive cloning tool, after you break that, your next logical stop would be here. Let's change the color of that. Your next logical stop would be here at 36,000. Ooh, we need to change that back. $36,656. So once you break this, because eventually you will go down, you could go way up here, right? That's possible. But as soon as you break that, you would crash and then come back up to the moving averages and then crash again and then crash and get down there. So we're going to keep an eye out on this starting to fizzle. Eventually, with the volume continuing to crash and the rising price, we know pumping price, pumping volume bullish. Crashing volume and an up and sideways consolidation, very bullish, all right? And put that on a t-shirt. So we'll keep an eye out on that. The XRP is doing the same thing. The XRP, we need to get into the 3-hour time frame and super simple, easy ways to trade this market. In the XRP, we were in a rising wedge, and we broke out of that. And now we're starting to track down, and we're bumping in. This is a harbor of what Bitcoin's going to do after you break this. You break it with our industry exclusive measuring drawing tool. You break it and then you trade to the moving averages. Then you can kind of bounce up somewhere up to here, and then your next leg you trade down here, and then you come up and get hit by the moving averages and the trade down. But you've broken out of that rising wedge, and now this is looking bearish because you have to fulfill the target in the bottom of the move, the bottom of the wedge, which is $1.09 to $1.15. And it looks like if you do that, you'd form a big M, which is a topping reversal pattern, which as you fall down this, you're going to eventually end up down there. Get rid of that. Oh my God. You're going to eventually trade your way down there to 58 cents on the top of the get my shit together zone on the last line of defense. Because yes, oh yes, XRP will be way, way down here. People were starting to actually think the shit house was achievable in there, but now we've had this pump, so you don't think it's achievable, but just wait. You're going to be down here into the shit house in XRP. I have not forgotten about the shit house. But we got to trade our way back down. You could still break up from here, but I think you're going to start trading down. The Doge coin, we already know what we're in the Doge coin. We've went over this extensively, and we know where our targets are, right? We'll keep an eye out on the Doge coin for you because I'm the Doge coin champion. I call it the pumps, I call it the dumps, right? And that's going to wrap it up for right now. We'll give you some more extensive updates a little later on today. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Links above and below to support the channel. Peace and love. Peace and love.